keyboard. Hello and namaste, my witchlings. All right. Guess what? I found my spare cloths, and I washed the other ones last night. I am so happy with myself. Things are... What? 3. Yeah. Hey, Raven. There we go. Man, I am so stressed out and so frustrated with the video card dying in the computer and everything else. Yesterday was hectic, crazy, and because on top of trying to repair my computer, the bonus kid who's been living in the dining room moved into Spawn's former room. So we spent all day yesterday, he and I tearing into that room to make sure he could move in. The man behind the curtain in here fixing my computer and just going cray-cray. But overall, having a pretty decent weekend. I managed to get my dishes caught back up, get some laundry done, and overall things are happy. Although I found out this morning I need to call and reschedule my ride for Tuesday because I was an hour off. And yes, I am wearing the bandana that Raven gave me, partly because it is Raven's birthday, so I figured, what the hell. Oh, how was the football match, hun? I am so curious. Did you enjoy it? I am breathing. I am breathing well. Good. Raven, I will see. That was not what I meant to do. I will see what I can do there, hun. Overall, there we go. Making my phone shut up. There we go. You go over there. Hey, John, I sees you. And glasses are going to go back into their case so I can forget what I did with them. All right, now that I am slightly more organized here, let's get moving, shall we, my loves? I'm going to move the mouse. All right. All right. Okay, we are subscriber only for about 10 minutes, so please bear with us here. Okay, so correction. You have to be a subscriber for 10 minutes before you can chat, because we've had some less than stellar people pop into our chat. All right, y'all. That works, honey. Yeah. I keep kicking a puppy bed under my desk. All right. I'm going to do my digital housekeeping, take a sip of coffee, and we're going to get moving then. All right? All right. Here we go. Brief reminder. Please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the banhama.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. Now, sip of coffee, and we'll get moving. Awesome sauce. Have a good night, Bean. Sleep well. All right. Here we go. Maybe not. All right. All right. Okay. Burnout, blurred judgment, and rising tension invite us to slow down and rest. Namaste reminds us to take a vacation, at least in our minds. Self-compassion asks us to get comfortable. We reveal our Sanskrit word of the week, welcome Ganga, and sit with a moment of Zen. Sticker. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, and we take just a moment to honor the day, listen to the cards, and tend to ourselves along the way. Whether you're returning or joining us for the very first time, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. I am so glad you are here. I'm Di, your yoga witch and guide, and this is your daily pause for reflection, insight, and care. So go grab your favorite crystal. I'm going to grab my rose quartz egg today. Light a candle or some incense, settle in with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today, and let's step into today's wisdom and self-care together. Now, if this space resonates, please don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It does help our witchling community continue to grow. And speaking of growing... I know. You can now join this channel as a Witchling member. Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. Now, if you feel so called to support the channel and you can afford it, and you would like to step just a wee bit closer into the coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. We have a few birthdays today. All right. Raven, one of my staff, is celebrating 40 years Earthside today. Happy birthday, love. I hope it is a wonderful day. I have a former classmate who is one of the most amazing and supportive mothers I have known, is also celebrating her birthday today. Jen, after everything you have been through in the last few years, you deserve absolutely nothing but the best today. Happy birthday, my friend. And last but definitely not least, a spoony friend, an amazing astrologist, and the woman who invited me to join the Spiritual Professionals Association is also celebrating her birthday today. Lily, I hope your birthday is as amazing as you are. So, happy birthday. Okay. Ah! I breathed. There we go. Happy birthday, my friends. All right. Oh, good. It is stay. Now, as I light this flame, may it shine as a beacon of hope for those finding their way through the dark. We hold this light in remembrance and solidarity with survivors and victims of gun violence, and for our witchlings and their loved ones who are facing some difficult moments, and keeping them safe within our sacred circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us here today. All right. Boom. Boom, boom. Coffee, coffee. Ow, what did I just do? Oh, wonderful. All right, y'all. Hey, cool beans. Frio frijoles. Which actually is as much fun to say as cool beans, and it means the same thing. So, how about them apples? Like it. Hey, Jess! I see you! Yeah, just cool ones. I said cool beans and then said frio frijoles. It's one of the few phrases that I really remember from Spanish, and I have made people laugh with it. So it stays in my vocabulary. Actually, I think it was, yeah, it technically, literally translates to cold beans. I know. Oh no! John is all by himself in the members only chat. Or the non-members chat. Dorkfish. God, brain is just not braining right now. I am such a dorkfish. All right, y'all. I am so happy, Raven. Filing nails, love-hate thing. Yeah, I totally get that. I cleaned mine before I went live today. I very much want to get my nails done, but I do not have the fundage. I am so... Yes. No. That is the wait. Yes and no, honey. That's the public, but members only. They have to be subscriber only. There we go. What? I am very stressed out, very frustrated, and easily confused today because of the fact that we are just redoing everything right now, and it is driving me insane because I am so confused. Yes, I know that, but I'm still stressed the fuck out. Okay. I don't like being confused. Being confused means I'm stupid. Don't ask. Long story behind that, but I get very, very upset. I see that. I see that now. That's kind of cool to see. All right. That's kind of cool to see. I don't know. I'm dense as a brick right now, so please bear with me. Uh-huh. Okay. He is actually doing everything he can to give me cues on my screen as to what the hell I'm looking at. All right. Insanity right now. And I'm itchy. Ow. I'm not sure what I did to myself. But say lovey. Yes. I am super, super, super excited for Seeds of Light. We are doing MeWe this coming weekend. A week from today, I will be in Bellevue. By the way, we probably will not be streaming at this time next Sunday. Actually, I can guarantee that we will not be streaming this time next week. Oh, hello, Sniper Squirrel. I still love that screen name. It makes me think of my kiddo. So next Sunday we will not be streaming, at least not at this time, because I will not be home. I am hoping to have a very, very, very bountiful weekend. I am super excited, super nervous, and just, let's see, what else are we doing? Might as well get some of the announcements out of the way right now. I don't know if you need to come out to MeWe. I would love to have you come say hi, but that's a hell of a bus trip. That's okay. The eldest is going to be joining us Sunday. He's going to help us work the booth Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be tons of fun. Let's see, what else are we doing? Then, as Raven commented, we are doing Seeds of Light next month. I have an idea for a March event. I just have to confirm it and figure out if we're going to be able to sign up for it. Yeah. I am being reminded that Raven and I know what Seeds of Light is, but there are many of us who do not. Seeds of Light is the Pacific Northwest Witches Market's Imbolc Festival, which will be taking place February 22nd in Issaquah, Washington, right across the street from Costco. I am so looking forward to that. I love the space we are using. It's cold, it's drafty, it's weird, but it's quirky, and I love it. It used to be an old dairy barn. It's at Pickering Barn, and it's going to be so much fun. If I can manage to get candles put together before then, we might have some candles, but I don't think we will. C'est la vie. I was hoping to have them for this month, but life goes on, right? I'm thinking, what else do I need? More caffeine, but that's beside the point. Yes, jewelry is coming with us. That's why I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to showing off that particular part of what I do. And I'm probably going to be making more jewelry here in the next couple of weeks because I am hoping to sell out next weekend, at which point I will have to make more. But that's going to be cool too. Yeah, my video card shit the bed night before last night. I'm so mad about that. But, oh yeah, the power for the video card and the PC shit the bed. But you know what? I am happy because A, my computer does still work, hence why we're doing this. And even if it didn't, I have my laptop. Oh, Jess, you know I will be taking pictures and video. I'm hoping that you and your hubby will make it down to visit one of these times. I know. The man behind the curtain is like, I've been begging you to do that at your last 3 events. Come on, let's get shit done. I have a crappy little handheld camcorder that I'm going to take with me. That should be fun. I'm loving... I say it's a crappy little camcorder. It's got... The video quality isn't the best, but honestly, that's one of the best parts of it. I have a couple of little just snap cameras, I think. I have one from Raven that I need to return to them, and their earbuds. Yes, they are going in the tote to come with us. But yeah, I'm super excited about all of it. Yay! Life is good. All right, you guys, now let's really get moving here. Let's talk holidays, all right? Let's take a look at what holidays and observances are showing up for us today. And let me know, my witchlings, how are you planning to honor today's holidays in your magic? Let me know in the comments. All right. Anybody who knows me will know why this is one of our holidays today. It is International Kiss a Ginger Day. Today is a joyful celebration of red-haired magic in all its forms. International Kiss a Ginger Day began as a playful counter to the teasing and stereotypes and has grown into a reminder that uniqueness deserves affection, not ridicule. It's a day to celebrate those fiery spirits, freckles, warmth, and the beauty of standing out. So, where are you still dimming yourselves to feel safer or more acceptable? Today invites you to honor what makes you distinct. And if you're a ginger, allow yourself to be celebrated. If you're not, take a moment to uplift someone whose differences make the world brighter. I love my ginger. Next, well, this is another personal one. It is National Gluten-Free Day. Now, National Gluten-Free Day, starting over. National Gluten-Free Day raises awareness for those living with celiac disease, gluten intolerance, or dietary needs that require that little bit of extra care. It's a reminder that food is deeply personal and that nourishment should support health, not harm. All right, my witchlings, our check-in here, our question is, how are you honoring your body's needs lately? Whether food, rest, movement, or boundaries, listening to your body is an act of self-respect. Today is a good day to choose nourishment without apology. Last but very much not least, National Clean Off Your Desk Day. A cluttered desk can quietly clutter the mind. National Clean Off Your Desk Day encourages clearing physical space to make room for clarity, creativity, and focus, especially as we move deeper into the year. So, take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and clear one small area and notice how your breath shifts. What mental clutter might release along with the dust. Remember, clearing space is not about perfection. It's about possibility. And that, my loves, is our holidays. Yay! Holiday. Uh-oh. Comic Ketchup. Hey, yo! We haven't seen you in a dog's age. Oh, God. And the profile picture is a dog. Okay, so I noticed the profile after. I'm just doing stellar. Oh my gosh, how are you? No, I have not used your camera yet, Raven. We we didn't film anything after you left because things just kind of went cray. I'll explain next time we get to hang out. Older than a dog's age. Oh, speaking of dog's age, Mimi will be, if Mimi's not here, she will be. Mimi has a new puppy and she is adorable balls. Hey, Comic, I'm doing pretty good. A little stressed out, a little frustrated, and more than a little insane today. The video card in the power source from the video card in my PC shit the bed the other night, and so I am relearning how to do things after a few months of a different, my autism is not happy. My routine changed. All right, what am I doing? I'm grabbing my coffee and taking a sip. Hey, Comic Raven says, hey, hi, how you doing? I'm in a good mood. I am hyper. This is going to be entertaining. That's true. Comic doesn't know about that. So, Comic, giving you a heads up, you will see ads today because we got monetized. Yeah, unless you are premium or have ad blockers, but we hit monetization on my birthday. I'm so excited and so happy about that one. Yeah. So that was one hell of a birthday present. So Comic is saying, yay, congratulations. Oh, Raven had ads before the show today. Yep. So we got the first level of monetization right around Thanksgiving, babe? Ish. And then we finished the watch hours to reach full monetization with the ads and everything. And it popped up midnight on my birthday. So that was one hell of a birthday gift from Google and YouTube. Yay! So happy. All right. The puppy looks like Donkey. It's so adorable. And I keep wanting to call Comic Ketchup Cosmic Ketchup. I'm adding an S. One hell of a day. Okay. Yeah, we have memberships now. Yay! And our memberships are super cheap. Ah, yeah. So, apparently thank you, Comic. And apparently we have few people over in the members only feed. I'm so happy. I want to take just a second and say thank you to everybody here. Because without all of you guys here that are hanging out with us, chatting with us, and keeping me going here, we would not be where we are right now. I mean, the man behind the curtain, New Year's Eve, played part of our New Year's Eve episode from the year before. And I was saying, hey, we hit our goal of 100 subscribers by today. And I'm going, holy shit, we're up to 1,400 now. And that is you guys out there. And I am so eternally grateful because, we're at 1,439 subscribers. And I will be honest, I was beginning to debate whether this was really going to work out or not. My kids, my younger two, have been encouraging me for months to, give up and go get a regular job, get another part-time job. And I'm like, I can't do that because this is taking up all of my time. If I go get a regular job, I'm not going to have the time to devote to this. And they're like, well, it would bring you money. And I'm like, we're on the verge of monetization. This was before Christmas. And I'm like, we're on the verge of monetization. And that's a very good thing. That shows that we're actually making progress. But somewhere, I would say around the beginning of this season, so the beginning of October, I was really, really thinking hard about whether continuing was a good idea. And then we realized just how close we were to monetization and all of that. I realized we're building a community here. And I can't give that up. I honestly, I'm beginning to start to feel, wow, I'm starting to feel like I'm actually making a difference. I'm actually helping people. And that's all I want. If I can make money, if I can support us doing this, all the fucking better. But thank you guys. I do not have the words to express how grateful I am to all of you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's do what y'all are here for. Let's go see what the cards have to tell us today. We have Oracle cards. What are they telling us? Well, take a listen and let me know what you guys think here, shall we? We have... You still miss me. Followed by... Someone is unhappy. Last but not least... Detour. I know that you still miss me and that someone is unhappy with how things unfolded. Those feelings linger in the quiet spaces, unspoken but heavy, shaping the way the present feels. Ahead there is a detour, an unexpected shift that pulls us off the familiar road and asks us to surrender certainty. It may feel unsettling to step away from what we thought we knew, but detours are not mistakes. They are invitations. We don't yet know where this path leads or what it will teach us, only that it asks for patience, honesty, and a willingness to trust the unfolding. Sometimes the route we never planned becomes the one that changes everything. That's our oracles for today, y'all. I have to make a comment here. Every time I read You Still Miss Me, my next thought is your aim improving? And then, for those of us who are familiar with Twin Peaks, especially the reboot, does this card not remind you of the reboot? Okay. Oh, thank you. I know. But this one, every time I pull this card, I think of when, what's his name? The agent... Yep, still can't remember his name. But every time the agent is driving in, yeah. Anyways, moving on, my friends. Let's go see what the tarot has to say. Oh, have a good one, Ketchup. What? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh! Seriously? Really? My laptop decided to lock itself and wouldn't unlock. Don't mind me. All right. Let's see what the tarot cards have to tell us today. Burnout, clouded judgment, and rising tension take center stage in today's reading. When we push too hard, conflict follows. Slow down, reclaim clarity, and choose peace before small struggles grow. Tune in for the full message and reflect with us today. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, we start with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You need to work less. Next, the Six of Swords reversed. Impaired judgment and logic, you have the potential to repeat some past mistakes. Last but not least, Five of Rods. Differences of opinion, squabbles over trivial matters, and a hostile environment. Today's reading comes through with a clear and cautionary message. The Knight of Pentacles reversed points to burnout and imbalance, reminding you that pushing harder is not the answer right now. You may be expending effort without meaningful progress, and rest or recalibration is way overdue. The Six of Swords reversed follows by warning that your clouded increasing... Skipped an entire line. The Six of Swords reversed follows by warning that your judgment and logic may be clouded, increasing the likelihood of circling back to old patterns or repeating mistakes you thought you'd already outgrown. When fatigue and poor clarity combine, tension builds quickly, which is exactly what the Five of Rods reflects. Conflict over small issues, clashing perspectives, and unnecessary power struggles. Left unchecked, these frictions can create a hostile or draining environment. This reading asks you to slow down, regain clarity, and choose peace before minor discord turns into lasting strain. Whoops! There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Now, my darlings, my dears, let's bring the Oracle and Tarot together into one clear message, my witchlings. A single stream of guidance flowing through each and every card. Let me know what resonates, will ya? All right. This reading unfolds as a quiet but firm warning wrapped in compassion. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. What the hell? Hold on. Oh, Lord of mercy. I did not check my notes, so here we go. The Knight of Pentacles reversed reveals exhaustion from overwork and misplaced effort, pushing forward without tending to your own limits. In that state, the Six of Swords reversed shows your clarity slipping, making it easy to fall back into old patterns or repeat mistakes you thought were behind you. When fatigue clouds judgment, emotions stay close to the surface, and this tension manifests through the Five of Rods as petty conflicts, clashing opinions, and unnecessary power struggles. These squabbles aren't truly about the surface issues, they're symptoms of imbalance and burnout. out. This reading asks you to pause, reassess your direction, and choose rest and reflection over force. By slowing down and regaining perspective, you can step out of conflict and redirect your energy towards steadier, more peaceful ground. I apparently forgot to include the other half of that reading there today, so... Nope, it did not integrate the Oracle today. I am so fucking pissed right now. So, that's our reading. Nope, no combined reading today. Yeah, it'll be fine. Our affirmation. I give myself permission to slow down, restore my clarity, and choose peace over pressure. I release the need to push through exhaustion and trust that rest brings wisdom, balance, and calmer connections. That's our affirmation. All right. Oh, that sounds interesting, John. I know. John said that about 10 minutes ago. I apologize. I know you said that just as we were going into all of this. Boop, boop, boo. Creating the top of the hill. I like that better, Raven. Aren't they? Hey, Earl. Oh, thank you. These are one of my favorite pairs. I had lost them for a few months. And then I was reorganizing the books on my bookshelf. And there was one that looked like it had a bookmark in it. And I'm trying to figure out why I had a bookmark. And my earrings were the bookmark. No idea why they were in there. So, I'm just... Yeah. Welcome to being ADHD. You put shit in weird places and then forget about it because you're no longer looking at it. Although the best ADHD thing I do is I'll be looking at the screen or something, not wearing my glasses, and I will go to adjust my glasses because my vision is slightly blurry. And I go to adjust them and find no glasses, and I'm like, well, that would explain that. Trying to push up non-existent glasses again. Oh, yeah, no, these earrings won't be by... These are not one of my pairs of earrings that I've made. I was actually going to address that. Oh, God, these are even better than I thought. I am hoping to be able to make some earrings like these. And now that I see how these are made, I can. I do have the pieces. Yay. A chicken. Yep. Squirrel. Not the sniper squirrel, by the way. Yes. Awesome. So this necklace with a blue ribbon instead of the purple ribbon is pinned to the chat. Yay. Or the video. Correction. See, not braining today. Yes, I know. I know. I know what you're doing. Ooh. John says, my mentor has done a wealth of research for me while I am ill and is going to continue all the time I am unwell. She knows I worry and get stressed if I don't make progress. Awesome. Reverend Dan doesn't support his football team. That's shocking. There we go. How was I seeing stuff in there that I'm not seeing in here? There we go. Yes, out of sight, out of mind, very definitely. Buy shares in tissue companies. Yes. Yes, we have often joked about buying shares in Kimberly-Clark in our household as well. Earl's brain isn't braining either, feels fuzzy, and she doesn't like, amen, doesn't like it. Yeah. I know part of my problem is the fact that I have not gotten to bed on time since Christmas Eve. And I am trying to figure that one back out. But it's just, shit keeps happening. Oh my gosh. And yes, I know I'm saying that funny. Okay. Ads are playing again. Yep. What? Oh no. Yes, I do actually have a bedtime. I have a time that I aim for to crawl in bed. I want to be crawling in bed between 1:30 and 2, absolute latest 2:15. I crawled in bed at 4 a.m. last night. I get up at 10:30-ish. So, yeah. That part kind of sucks. He's having issues with his computer. I'm laughing. Oh, is it that account? Okay. I can potentially change that. But yeah, I am a nocturnal animal by nature. Honestly, if I had my way, I would be crawling in bed around 5 o'clock every morning and not getting up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because that's comfortable for me. Unfortunately, I have a husband and children who are day walkers. And the husband is a very light sleeper, so for a while just existing in the house while he was trying to sleep was not possible. So yeah, I have tried to rearrange my own internal clock to be more human. I want to be a vampire, damn it! I want to be a vampire and be a night walker. Yeah, for him, 4 a.m. to noon is just a little too late. Yeah. He much prefers getting up around the time that I normally do, whereas I want to get up when he normally does. Oh, poor John. John is saying, Hurricane John has hit London. Yes, I am sneezing that much. I'm guessing sneezing in a blocked nose comes at the end of a cold. I hope that's the end of your cold, my friend. Ah. Woohoo! Yay! Whatever. Anyway. Ooh, yeah. Corsets would be fun. Corsets are great for back support, too. God. For those of us who have shitty posture. There we go. That's better. Yes. Go ahead and go make coffee and then we'll do namaste and etc. etc. Wow. Or for those of us, yes, corsets are great for those of us who are a little top heavy. I thankfully don't have that issue. I used to want them. Oh, wow. Those are just the brief notes. I used to want the bigger chest. And now I'm like, yeah, no, I'm actually really content with where I am. John says he's checked over the notes of the research that has been done for him. And it looks like about 20 pages. And those are just the brief notes. Dude. That's kind of impressive. Oh, I am, although I am currently itching to get out there and start doing research on some things that I want to do. And that's going to be fun. But I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to have time for it. Let's see. I need to plot out how we're going to do a bunch of things, make sure that I've got to get my content created for this week because I have been falling down on the job over the holiday season, and now that it is entirely over, hopefully I will be able to get back into the swing of getting everything done this week. Yesterday threw a monkey wrench into shit, but we'll deal with that.
Start early tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Also, I was just reminded we will be starting early tomorrow and Tuesday. Because the man behind the curtain and I both have 4 o'clock appointments Monday and Tuesday. His is tomorrow, mine is Tuesday. And so we will be picked up to be taken to our appointments probably about the time that we would normally be finishing here. So we want to make sure that we are done in plenty of time. Ooh. Earl was a ballet dancer before getting into dentistry. Her posture is fabulous as a result. Yep. But corsets just make the wearer look like she can handle some shit. Freaking men. That is so true. And I am so jealous that you were a ballet dancer. Sort of. Because my understanding is ballet is almost as hard on the body as full contact sports. Just in different ways. So yeah, I know it jacks up your feet after a while. The only dance I ever did, I took tap dance as a very, very young child and tumbling. I wanted so badly to do gymnastics. Yep. Yeah. See, I'm just asthmatic. Oh, sorry. Earl says, I can do all that and not breathe. Booyah, bitches. Yeah. I can do a lot of shit and not breathe because, hi, asthma. Of all the things to suck at, I suck at breathing. So, where I became a musician as a teenager, before a teenager, my body learned real quick how to process what little bit of oxygen it had. You tried tap dancing once but fell off the sink. John! Hip-hop dancing looks so fun. I have mentioned a few times that there was a country bar down in San Diego that I was at literally every night after my kid's dad and I split up. I wasn't there to drink. I am not a drinker at all. Hip-hop. I am not a drinker. There were 2 things that this bar had that I was there for. They did line dancing lessons every night. Definitely down for that. It was so much fun. And then karaoke once a week. I was definitely there for karaoke. So much fun. And honestly, the line dancing is part of how I ended up losing as much of the weight between Munchkin and Spawn as I did. Oh, God, I had so much fun at that place. Unfortunately, it closed down a couple of years ago, and then last year, I think, the building caught fire, and we lost the entire building. I was very sad about that. But, good memories, good people. Very good people. Yes. Belly dancing is fun. Well, dancing is fun. And, you still have all your toenails. That's impressive, my friend. Earl is saying she still has all her toenails, and that is, not common with ballerinas. No, not the Cheesecake Factory. This is the bar that I went to down in San Diego. It actually was a 4-alarm fire. And, oh my God, there was this awesome mural on the side of the building that unfortunately was also lost. I'm gutted, as badly as the building was. Ha! That was a bad joke. All right, the man behind the curtain has found his way back to the computer. So let's move on to the self-care aspect. I heard that. Remind me to send you the video from the kids taking me to lunch on Mother's Day. That was interesting. I don't even remember. Oh, we were in downtown, though. C'est la vie. Let's do our self-care and see what Namaste has to say. Namaste. Namaste is reminding us to make time for vacation. Make time for vacation. Even if it is just in your mind, go on a vacation. Where have you been wanting to visit? What inspirational places have you seen in photographs? Go there in your mind and imagine what it would be like to be there. Let your senses make the experience as real as possible. Do this for 8 minutes. Travel, even imaginary travel, reduces the feeling of being stressed. So, go on vacation as often as you need. It costs you nothing. That's our namaste. Hey, Mimi. I told him about the puppy. What? Big toes have to be... Oh, big toes have to be cut very carefully because they're half dead, but the entire nail is still there. That is awesome. So, I call myself a psychedelic vacationist. Exactly! That's what the card was talking about. That is exactly it. I can take that off now. John is on a roll tonight. Yeah, I all right. People be cray. Yep, that's Raven, Mimi. It's Raven. I like Raven's profile picture on that one, though. It's their adorable face. All right. Now it's time for self-compassion, y'all. Let's see what our self-compassion card says. It says, make yourself comfortable. Check in with your body. Ask if it needs anything to feel more comfortable. To stretch, walk, relax, breathe. Give yourself permission to enjoy whatever action you take. Self-compassion. Hello, Berza. Considering polygamy is a crime in the United States, and I think my husband would be slightly upset if I divorced him. Okay, braids are coming back up. I look funny with my hair like this if they're not in the front. There we go. Is it just me, or do I now look like, I don't know, some teenager from the 80s? Considering I was a teenager in the 90s. Itchies. Yep. We don't do jokes like that, my friend. At least not from people we don't know. I mean, nope, I'm not even gonna, well, we do have one witchling that if he came in and cracked that particular joke, we would laugh. But that is because I have known him since I was a little kid. Ooh, gurgle. Oh, yeah, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I forgot. Wow, is that the most ADHD sentence in the world or what? I forgot to eat breakfast this morning. How do you forget to eat? I know. What the hell? Uh-huh. When they go low, we go high. Hi. Anyway. I am so glad you guys put up with my shit. I really am. You guys are the absolute best. All right, my loves. Hey. Step into the DieTheYogaWitch.shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade, intention-infused jewelry and then snuggle up with Die the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, maybe even your familiar, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your daily life. Again, that is DieTheYogaWitch.shop. If you're enjoying this particular podcast and would like to step just a little deeper into our coven here, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of the channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings with levels starting at just a single $1 a month. Also a short little reminder that you can help our channel here for free by subscribing and sharing this video with a friend. I really, really, really do appreciate all of your support. Thank you so very much for tuning in. And now, back to the show. All right, y'all. How are we doing out there? We're doing okay in here. Wow, my redneck is popping out so bad. Oh. Oh, did everybody disappear on you? Well, that sucks. I've got some fancy fungi in my freezer. That sounds good. Oh, no. They weren't looking at polyamory. He straight up said, when are we getting married? Yeah. Patches is adorable. Oh, man. Should have had the man behind the curtain pull the picture of her from, Discord so we can show everybody Patches. She's adorable. Is it in the message? No, I think she sent the picture to me in a one-on-one message. Hold on. Oh, well. Oh, that works. Mimi, take a picture of Patches and throw her into the pets channel on the Discord server. Everybody can see her and ooh and ah and squee over her. She's so adorable. Mimi called me on Discord as I was getting ready to introduce me to Patches, and she's just the cutest little thing. I gush and turn into a mushy little puddle of goo when I see cute little furry critters. I love them. They bring the twins to the forefront so fast. It's hilarious. That is funny as hell. Yes, she said, okay, I will. If you do it ASAP, the man behind the curtain will grab the picture and we'll throw it up on the screen. As a Tylenol American, I love it. I love it. Oh, wait, there. You could potentially grab that one. She's not as cute in that picture as she is right now, though. She's so adorable. It is. All right. Bear with us, my friends. Yep. Dum 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 bum 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 da da da. Anyway, time blindness is a thing. Yep. So we're gonna run the ad will probably run before we get picture. That's okay. If she doesn't get the picture shared today, we can share Patches tomorrow. No stress, no worries. I am trying so hard to just kind of go with the flow today, not freak out, not stress out, because there is enough shit out there to stress out about. Have a good one, Raven. Hugs and loves to you. I will see you very soon. I know. Man behind the curtain is loving the Tylenol American. It's great. Yep. I don't have a bottle. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. If you're happy and you know it, take your meds. Nope. Nope. We're not sane here at all. Anyway, good God, Di, the echolalia is bad today. All right, y'all. Oh, it does. It does. It's so glorious. Trying not to talk politics because there's so much in it currently going on politically or politically adjacent that has me just... So, I am fucking enraged. I put those in upside down. Yeah, I am going to miss Bitch and Witch this week because I have a doctor's appointment. We may do Bitch and Witch late. Yep, if you jump into the river that flows through Perry, you are clearly insane. I am going to share that one with my future daughter-in-law. I keep trying... Oh, I know. That's like, I keep trying to convince Michael... or not Michael, but my oldest, to convince her he wants to name their first child Hugh. H-U-G-H. Because in French, all of those letters are silent. So he's envisioning that she would look at it and go, excuse me? Or potentially become slightly violent. Probably not. But yes, she would be like, really? At which point I would encourage him to say it was Mom's idea. Oh. Clickety clack. Don't talk back. Mimi, are you okay with sharing that particular picture on stream? Because we were going to share a picture of her. She's adorable. She's a cute little face. So, as I was chatting with Mimi this morning about Patches, Patches was being, well, a puppy. And I think the cutest thing she did, she grabbed Mom's sleeve and was tugging on Mom's sleeve. And yeah. I miss when Sergeant was a puppy. And then chewing on everything. Yeah, we saw... Okay, are you okay with us sharing that one on stream, hun? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't show her face, so... Alright. Ow. That didn't feel right. Okay. Alright. Let's... bippity bop back into the show. Weird of the Sanskrit bit. How about them apples? There. Haha. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. We were just kind of killing time for ads. Alright, my loves. It is time to reveal our Sanskrit word of the week, and it is one of my favorite Sanskrit words. All right, our word this week is sankalpa. Now, sankalpa means sacred intention. It's not a goal, not an expectation, and it is not something we force into being. A sankalpa is a choice that comes from the heart instead of the pressure to produce an outcome. It's the quiet yes we make to alignment even when we don't know how things will unfold quite yet. This week, as we focus on choosing intention over expectation, I invite you all to notice where you're gripping the result instead of listening to your inner fire. Let sankalpa guide you back to what feels true, not what feels demanded. We will be working with this word all week long together. And that, my loves, is our Sanskrit bit. So a sacred intention can be to do something that benefits others, to engage in studies of a spiritual nature, etc. Yes, actually. So, I first encountered the word sankalpa doing Yoga Nidra Asana, because when you go into Yoga Nidra, it says to set a sankalpa. And it is stated, it's very similar to an affirmation. You state it in present tense, such as I am loved, I am appreciated. In this case, it would be I am engaging in my studies. I am engaging in spiritual studies for the benefit of all, or something to that effect. That would be how you would word that one. A lot of times my sankalpas, when I'm setting them for myself, are I am spreading joy, love, and kindness. I am a good person. I am someone people actually want to spend time with. I am kind and loving, etc., etc. Yeah, hey, Andrea isn't here again today. I'm kind of surprised. That's okay, Mimi. Your fingers are just, not listening entirely. We got snoots. She got a cute little snoot. It's a fuzzy butt. Where's the fuzzy butt? Oh, I have a tookers. Okay. I'm like, do I not have anybody? Are they all enjoying the fact that the couch is clear now? See, Earl, I am terrified of trying psilocybin, because the one and only time so far that I have had an anaphylactic reaction, the only thing on that piece of pizza that I had not eaten 100 times before or more was mushroom. So I'm a little terrified of eating mushrooms. I've never liked them per se. Yeah, but now we're not sure, but what there was some other cross-contamination, because it was a Costco pizza. I mean, it's not like they are the best about preventing any cross-contamination. Otherwise, hey, how about that? Sorry, he distracted me. Not a difficult process here. I tell you what's the damn truth. Why do I keep saying that? Because. Okay. He's a badges. She's so cute. Okay. Go for it. Look at the puppy. He's a cute puppy. Oh. Look at that cute puppy. I'm assuming everybody can see her. That's a cute puppy. This is Patches. This is Mimi's new baby, and she's just the cutest little monster. How old is she, Mimi? I know you were telling me when her birthday was. It was like November, so she's just over 8 weeks. I know. That reminds me, we need to check in with the other raven and see how the flooftatoes are doing. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's true. I have dust and cat hair on my desk. Neat. This is true too. Okay, so 7 weeks. I would totally do the same fucking thing. The number of times I have done something stupid that will trigger my asthma, and just, it was worth it? Yeah. Isn't she adorable, John? Jack Russells are cute little monsters. And I do mean monsters. Jack Russells are just, they're obnoxious little shits, but they're so cute. Wishbone exploded the popularity of Jack Russells, and people went out and bought a Jack Russell Terrier because their kids wanted Wishbone, only to find out that this is not a nice, sweet little puppy who wants to cuddle all the time. No, it is a barky little bastard who needs a ton of exercise and wants to run constantly. And nobody wants to walk the dog that much. So, yeah. That is the only massive drawback to popular TV shows having a particular breed of dog. Golden Retrievers, I think, became really popular back in the 90s because Full House had Comet. And let's see, what are some other shows that have had dogs that were incredibly popular shows? I can't remember. Oh, Lassie. Lassie exploded the collie population here. And people realized collies are not sweet, you know. Yep, Beethoven made St. Bernards very popular. I have a stuffed St. Bernard that my mother named Beethoven because of that movie. Yes. All right, we're going to go ahead and bippity bop into our goddess of the day. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, my lovelies, my dears, my witchlings, it is time to honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us. Ganga is our goddess today. Ganga embodies cleansing, health, and mercy. As the goddess of the river Ganges, she represents purification and benevolence flowing into the new year. Legend tells that she descended from the heavens after hearing humanity's cries during a great drought. To prevent her powerful waters from flooding the world, Shiva divided her into 7 streams, one remaining in the heavens as the Milky Way, the others flowing through India as the sacred Ganges, where Ganga dwells. She is often depicted as radiant and serene, standing upon a makara as waters surge around her. Traditionally, devotees gather on the Ganges during the Hindu solstice to bathe for health, protection, and forgiveness, welcoming spring by wearing yellow and preparing saffron-colored foods. To adapt this practice today, wear or carry something yellow, clothing, jewelry, a candle, or a stone like citrine. Uh-oh. Ow, ow. Like citrine. And include rice in your meal. Let a shower, bath, or flowing water stand in for the river. As the water pours over you, visualize all figurative dirt washing away, carried down the drain by Ganga's gentle mercy. That's our goddess of the day, my loves. How about that? Ganga, I'm not sure how her name is pronounced. I forgot to look it up. I'm a dorkfish. Do. Dorkfish? I may have said dorkfish. So yes, 101 Dalmatians made Dalmatians popular. Yup. Oh, excuse me. I am sure, Mimi. See, Homeward Bound always makes me think of the song Homeward Bound. Which, how did they not get that song into the soundtrack for that movie? I'm just saying. Probably because it's a Simon and Garfunkel song, I think. The logic there. It was right there for... Ooh. It was right there for them. Ooh, Luthen roasted a lamb. Did they kill Lamb Chop before or after Patches was done with her? Hey, you saw the toy too, so. Oh my gosh! Hey, we're doing better. We're actually getting back to our goofy ass selves here, so that's a good sign. I gotta change the batteries in my clock. Bah, humbug. Oh my god. I miss Gary. That was very bad. Oh, a new section to the Dino Park. That sounds fun. Do you have Triceratops in your Dino Park? Cool. I need a Triceratops. I wanna Want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I want a triceratops for Christmas. It would work. Yes. I am with ketchup. Comic ketchup or ketchup? I would have lunch with comic ketchup. But unfortunately they left. I can't remember if comic is a he or she, but the puppy is cute. My ADD is so damn bad today. Holy sheepskin. And the internal and the filter is definitely malfunctioning. Yes, do not meddle in the affairs of dragons, for you are good and for you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup. Yes. Unfortunately, none of the meds for ADHD work for me anymore. I have to self-medicate with cannabis and caffeine. Neither of which have I had enough of yet today. Actually, it's Luthen. But that's okay, Mimi. I gotta remember Mimi's watching on a phone screen. We're due woolly mammoths in 10 years. Yes. Dude! They figured out how to fucking clone them already. Which is scary AF. Holy sheepskin. Do you think he saw us? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what the man behind the curtain was saying. So, yeah, Jurassic Park, Park, anyone? That's scary. 10 woolly mammoths. That could be fun. Man, but do they sound like Ray Romano? I mean, come on. I can't remember who his wife is in those movies, but still. Oh boy. Thank you for the warning. That is true. They can help keep the permafrost intact. Yep. 84 was 40 years late. Yeah. Cool. Jurassic Bark. Sergeant. Hey, Taylor. How long have you been lurking, Taylor? Or did you just walk into this particular conversation? I'm loving the buffalo. That's kind of a cool looking buffalo. Buffalo. Man, getting to see buffalo for the first time was freaking cool as shit. Yeah. That is so cool. Yep. We went to Yellowstone when I was a kid. The first time we went, I think I was 10. And I'm pretty sure we went to Yellowstone on our way from Oregon to Wisconsin. And then we went again when I was a teenager, but I remember just saying buffalo in the goofiest voices when I was a little kid. All right, my loves, let's do our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen, and then we can chit-chat. All right. So we have a Taoist Mondo and a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh tells us, our own life is the instrument with which we experiment with truth. Very wise man, Thich Nhat Hanh was. And then, one day, Chuang Tzu and a friend were walking along a riverbank. How delightfully the fishes are enjoying themselves in the water, Chuang Tzu exclaimed. You are not a fish, his friend said. How do you know whether or not the fishes are enjoying themselves? You are not me, Chuang Tzu said. How do you know that I do not know that the fishes are enjoying themselves? Love that logic. And that, my friends, is our moment of Zen for today. You're not in my head. How do you know what I'm thinking? Because it's written all over your face, bitch. And my lovelies, my witchlings, I leave you with this for this episode. Today's blessing. May today gently remind you that rest is not a weakness, but a sacred recalibration. May clarity return as you slow your pace, and may tension soften into understanding. May your path be steadied, your heart be lightened, and your energy be guided towards peace, balance, and the right effort. Namaste, my witchlings. And now, it is time to extinguish our candle and wrap up our show for today. All right, my loves. With the extinguishing of our candle, our circle is now open, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us today. Tasting the candle smoke. Forgive me. All right, my lovelies. Now, witchlings, before we go, remember, this space exists because of our witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here yet, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So, do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing, join our channel, and tell a friend about us. And now, my loves, let's go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there is already enough darkness in this world. Let us choose to be steady lights for those finding their way through it. Make sure you tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they matter deeply to you. Time moves faster than any of us realize, and the chances to say I love you are never guaranteed. And if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything that we do here every day, please let it be that you always, always, always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real and genuine, even if you don't know what it is yet. I was 45 before I did. I will see you guys all very, very soon. I love you to bits. Namaste, my witchlings. Ha ha! Hello! Ha ha. There we go. How about them apples? I can see again. Ha ha. Owie. Oh, goodness. There. Oh, I can put cards and shit away. No, I can't. Okay, I need to move the mouse for a second, babe. Whoopsie. Donk. Okay, pull that. That's gonna go back where it belongs. Pull these. There. No yawning. Yeah, I am wiped. We are 11 days into the new year, and I'm already over it. I'll be honest. Driving myself bonkers because I have a countdown on the home screen of my phone that I usually set to count down to the next familial birthday. Yeah, problem. I forgot to put that birthday in the calendar. Then I put it in the calendar, but it's not the calendar that particular widget is attached to. So, yeah. And then I have 2 people with birthdays that day. One of them is not yet exactly family, and the other one is. And I'm like, which one do I acknowledge? Which one do I use for that date? So I'm just using something else that falls on that day. It works. I'm losing my shit here because I feel like I am less organized than ever, but I have no idea how that's possible. Oh, shitballs. Well, that's okay. Part of the... I don't know. I'm frazzled. I really, 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 really need to start getting more sleep, and that's not happening. I tell myself every night, okay, I'm going to get to bed on time tonight. And 3 o'clock rolls around and I'm still awake and staring at my computer, and I'm like, yep, that didn't work either. Oh no. Uh-oh. What the fluff? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, I know. All right, there we go. And stress. And then add on top of the fact that, yep, that sounds about right too, John. Being sick is just the worst. And then add on top of, everything that I'm doing to myself that's stressing me out. The bullshit that is happening here in my country that is just enraging me on a fucking daily basis. I was telling Mimi earlier, and she laughed at me, that I keep repeating ahimsa over and over and over to myself. Ahimsa being the first of the yamas, and it means non-harming. And I keep reminding myself that I am obeying the yamas and the niyamas. And also, I don't have bail money, nor do I look good in orange. So, yeah, we're trying to abide by the ethics and morals I have for myself, but good gravy, are people making it difficult right now? Oh, did Will pop in? There's Will. Hey, Will. I was thinking about you earlier. How are things going down there? Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a bit. And it just, there is the me that I want to be. By the way, Will, Mimi says hi. There is the person that I want to be. And I fail more often than I really want to admit, and it hurts because I want to be better than I am. I still lose my temper far too fast for my liking. I still threaten violence, even when I know I'm never going to follow through on it, because I'm not a particularly violent person. And I just... I don't know. That is cool, Earl. Exactly. I know. Okay. Yeah. And then there are days when I look back at the people that I grew up with, such as Will, and I look at how they are doing and how I am doing, and I remind myself just how furious I was with my parents for moving me out of that area because I had friends and a life and all of that shit. And I look at how a lot of them are today, and I'm like, thank you for moving me out of there. Because I know I wouldn't be who I am today had I stayed. So there is that. But I don't know. I'm trying not to be political, so I'm trying to be pretty vague here. I know that just about every religion preaches love, kindness, and compassion. I mean, most of the religions that I know of have some form of the golden rule. I mean, the Christians have do unto others as you would have done unto you. The Wiccans have and ye harm none, do as ye will. Yogic philosophy, as I said earlier, the very first of the yamas is ahimsa, harm none. And all of this is all out there, and I'm looking at my fellow humans who profess to follow these religions and follow these teachings, but yet they turn around and do things that are harmful not only to their fellow man, but to the earth that we are living on, and the animals and other things that we that we're just harming everything around us, and it's killing me. We would have Will, and yeah, me getting out was a very good thing. Dude, though, so I went back to that high school for the funeral for one of our former classmates' daughter who was lost in the UCC shooting. And I'm looking at the wall where all of the athletes, the star athletes are. And me being me, the last time I was in that school was for my brothers. So I'm looking at their classes and I'm like, yeah, I know that name and I know that name. And then I glanced down further to what would have been my class, and I'm like, I didn't even think about the fact that they would be up there, because I knew him and I knew him. Then I look over at the girls' basketball and I'm like, yeah, I knew her too. And it just, the rewriting of the information in my brain, because the people attached to those names were still sixth graders in my head. And now I'm looking at pictures of them as seniors in high school, and I'm like, wow. And I think similar to that would be the not recognizing Jason Earls on Hannah Montana, even though I went to school with him. And it just, yeah. I know it is, but it's crazy to just to realize how badly my brain locks things into place. And then when confronted with that has now changed, my brain glitches out hardcore. My niece, she was born shortly after shortly after the man behind the curtain and I got together. His sister had a daughter. And so I have watched her grow up, and just there are days when I'm rectifying that the little girl I have in a picture above my head here is this big fucking tall ass kid who now looks at my forehead when we're face to face. Her eyes are at my forehead, and I'm just, where did the little baby that I babysat go? I know logically that it's just, I know time passes, people change, people grow up, people age, but damn. Michael Threets, trust me, the thread continues here. Michael Threets posted the lyrics to the closing theme for Out of the Box the other day. Freaked a lot of us out because he has been very open about his mental health struggles and his ideation. And if you just see the words, you don't realize, you won't necessarily pick up on the fact that it's a song. And it says, goodbye, farewell to you, my friend, etc., etc. So a bunch of people freaked out. And someone posted a link to the guy who sang that song. He was one of the hosts of the show, recording it. And I'm like, when did he go gray? Because he's got some gray at his temples, and I'm just, it has not been that long, has it? Yes, John, I know that feeling, and I can understand why the man behind the curtain's eyes are watering. What? Carol O'Connor was my age when he started Archie Bunker. Yes, Will. Will says it's wild how memory works. Well, you said he was 47. I'm still adjusting to the fact that I'm 48. It's been a week. Give me a break. Yeah, memory is cray-cray. That memory and the shit that I've got with my head, and I know this is common for people who go into the field, but the shit wrong in my head makes me absolutely fascinated with psychology. And that's part of why. Oh, I know. We'll get to that. But I wanted to be a therapist when I was a kid because of all of the shit that's going on in my head. And I really, there's a part of me that still wants to learn all of that, even if I never practiced. But I'm like, I could not do it. I couldn't go to school. I could not do it. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to learn this shit, because it just absolutely fascinates me. Something he just pointed out, and I have something related to that. The Golden Girls. How many of us absolutely still love the Golden Girls? They were in their 50s during the run of that show. The characters were. The actresses were not. Because I am currently older than Rue McClanahan was when she started the Golden Girls. Blanche, by the way. So let's juxtapose the Golden Girls with Sex in the City. Same ages. Anyway, tangentially related, for those of us who play D&D, when they were creating, I believe it is the 4th edition, they used the Golden Girls as a party to go out to as a party to play as the characters. My brain is not catching up with me, and I don't feel like finding the screenshot in my phone. But Rue McClanahan was 51 when she started the show. No. Yes. Really? I had heard that it's... Okay, so he's telling me that... Yeah. So he's okay. So he's telling me that all the characters were on the Golden Girls were written as being in their 60s. Rue McClanahan was in her late 50s. And I had heard, early 50s. I had heard that Estelle Getty was the youngest member of the cast, and she played the oldest. I do know that Estelle Getty had to wear a wig. Yeah, she was 62 years old playing a 79-year-old. I'm still trying to get back to work, Will. Namaste, my friend. But Blanche was the only one that was age accurate for the role. That's not surprising, but I just saw the the Golden Girls thing the other day again, and I want to talk about it because I love it, and it's such a cool D&D trivia. Oh, so we're going to do this and go here. Golden Girls. There it is. All right. Okay, during the development of advanced D&D 2E in the 1980s, the Golden Girls served as a template for the ideal adventuring party. And mind you, the commentary on this says, this is the co-creator of D&D 5e. I just want to point that out. This isn't some random guy tweeting this. This is official staff. They used the fucking Golden Girls as the ideal adventuring party. I need to share that to my social media and ask my friends who they think, what character class each character was. Damn it, I can talk, I swear. So we are going to go ahead and... As far as what, babe? Oh, the Golden Girls back in the 80s were used as a The Golden Girls in the 80s were used as a template of the ideal adventuring party. And I want to share on social media who my friends think would have been what class. Blanche was a bard, hands down, because the bards are the ones who seduce everything in sight. Drano. Sinus Drano. Can't talk, walk, or anything else. I know how that goes. I so know how that goes. I need a stool or something under my desk that I can put my feet on. I gotta make room under my desk because I could probably use the caboodle I've got my foot on right now as a footrest. But anyway, sorry, my brain. Oh man, is my internal filter not working? Apparently, we are having another one of those days that if I'm thinking it, I am speaking it. I feel sorry for the poor man behind the curtain today. I will be hiding in my office most of the day. We're having a good one. Oh, so are we setting resolutions for the year? I am working on my goals. I'm working on my word for the year and my word or goal for each of the months. It's just good. Oh, but I am going to be able to make a Spoonie friend rather happy. I have some decor here that I will not be using and they would love, so I'm going to ship it off to them. And since it was a gift to me, I feel no guilt at passing it on to someone who will appreciate it. Let's see. I don't need that notebook right now. Oh, John, you'll get a kick out of this one. Nobody asked your opinion, you furry little bastard. You know how when you're kind of stuffed up but not horribly, and you kind of breathe and it crackles? Yeah, one of my children decided to call that snot corn because it sounds like popcorn popping. Yeah, I agree. He's going. I didn't even think about that. I am sorry, babe. He has issues about his nose. All right. Do. So. All right. So. Not goals. I want months. I want yearly themes. Yes. Childhood trauma is a thing, especially when it's something like that. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. All right. I would take the first 2 words of that out and or the 2 words prior to kid out and just leave that. Aren't we grand? At least we're amusing, right? I did not ask your opinion. Y'all didn't hear him. I said at least we're amusing, right? And he goes, oh, he heard him and he went, rawr, like he's arguing with me. Oi. I think he wants to come. Make sure I'm not going to run anybody over. Do you want to come say hi then? Come here. Come here, you furry little bastard. Either come over here or keep your mouth shut over there. That's the deal I can offer. All right. Demon cat. So, I have said this a couple of times. I don't do resolutions. I pick a theme for each month that I want to embody. And I am trying to figure out what my themes this year are going to be. I reuse a lot of them from year to year because it makes sense. Such as, January is usually new beginnings. February, I focus on love, whether that's self-love, familial love, friend love, or whatever. Love is the theme of February. March tends to be luck. Oh, he changed his mind. Come here. I'll move this. Come here. Come on. Get over here, you furry little demon. Come here. He won't cooperate. There he is. Do you want the bed or do you want the lap? Okay. That's what I thought. Whee! You big kitty. He's like, yeah, eat my house panther. My house panther. He just stuck his tail in my mouth. I was writing notes in my notebook, and he just laid on the notebook and the pen. Mom is not allowed to write notes right now. I love you, furry little demon cat. He's a good kitty. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, resolutions on the monitor. Yes. But I have certain themes that I try to embody each month. And I try to set those late December. This year, it didn't work. So I'm still trying to figure out this year. Isn't he amazing? And I have a couple of friends who have a word of the year. I think somebody is doing embodiment this year. Compassion was a big word last year. So I like those so much better than making resolutions of, I'm going to hit the gym once a week, every week, this year. I'm going to do yoga every day for 2 hours a day. I am wearing lipstick. I would like to keep the fur out of the lipstick. But, you know, things like, oh, I'm going to start a diet on New Year's Day. I'm going to lose 30 pounds or whatever. And I prefer to just give myself themes. He did come for me. You're right. Love it. So that one, those kinds of puns I'm quite used to because the Munchkin is very big on the cat puns, especially when typing. So, yeah. Hello, baby. What are you doing? He's a good cat. Pain in my ass, but he's a good cat. Oh, it is. I know. So, oh, hey, by the way, for the Witchlings, if any of you are interested in life coaching, because I want to get more experienced with it, and I need guinea pigs. Any of my regular witchlings are more than welcome to contact me for life coaching, and I will give you 6 months of coaching for free right now. So just let me know. Yeah. Yep, eating fur is normal in your... Yep, eating fur has been normal in our house since the kids and I moved in. Because our corgi boy, may his memory ever be a blessing to us, could teleport his fur anywhere we were. I would open a fucking can of soda. There would be no fur on the top of the can of soda. And the next thing I know, I have fur in my mouth because the little bastard got fur into my pop. Love my dog, but this guy, his fur is almost, well, it is pretty much the same place. That's why I shut up. He had his 2 cents worth he wanted to add. He's a good kitty. Yep, exactly. A running list of things to accomplish, and what you don't accomplish gets reevaluated at the end of the year and decide if it's going to carry over. Exactly. I have goals for this year. Number 1, I want Yoga with Di / Di the Yoga Witch to be self-sufficient. I want to generate enough income with what we do here and at my events to be able to pay for the website and all of the stuff that we've got there, all of the Yoga with Di expenses. I would like to also generate enough income to be able to make car payments again because I desperately need a car. And then the third thing on that list, again, is I want to generate enough income to be able to compensate the people who work for me, i.e. my mods here, Kat, my marketing director, etc., etc. I don't know if I'll ever be able to, really pay them a full-time, livable wage, but I would like to be able to do something. I want to finish my 300-hour yoga teacher training this year. I need to look into further education, continuing education credits for my life coaching. Fuzzy butt. Hey, fuzzy butt. I know you guys can hear him, though. He is just so contented and happy. Hey, why for you chomp? Oh, now you lick. Okay. Yep, I stopped and then I started petting him again. Yes. Yep, that works. Look at this happy cat. Oh, shit. Okay. Yep. Ooh. So, Hey, if that's where you want to spend your money, I will not complain, my friend. Another goal I have for this year is to get a couple of corporate sponsorships. Trying to decide who with, leaning towards people like Nestle, even though there's a part of me that really doesn't want to work with them because I don't. This is where my ethics come in. And I want to work with ethical corporations that are not trying to, I don't know, do more damage to the planet. Exactly. I know they're evil, but they make my coffee creamer. And I can't drink my coffee without that particular creamer. So I'm like, I'd just have to get used to it and figure out how to make my own. And that is also something I'm looking into this year. I also remind myself that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, because it doesn't matter because that's not consumption, that is me generating it myself. Unless it is something that I have grown and harvested in my own backyard, someone somewhere is being exploited for literally everything I use. And I hate as well, but I am, one of my other goals for this year is to be more mindful of the ethics of the corporations I support. I already have a list of corporations that are United States based that tend to support the Republican Party, and I work so hard to avoid them. And it's not the fact that they support the Republican Party that makes me not want to support them. It is the fact that they support the current Republican Party and what they are doing now. Not even not the party, but they endorse candidates who are actively trying to destroy what I love. That is another one I'm looking into. And the amusing thing about Dr. Pepper is Keurig and Dr. Pepper are one corporation. And when I'm not drinking Dr. Pepper, I'm drinking my coffee, and I make my coffee in a Keurig. Mimi, you and I need to talk because we've already decided that we're going to do some coaching there. So we will sit down soon and chit-chat about setting your goals and how to reach those goals. And we'll hold each other accountable on some of this stuff. And that's something else I want to do here. I want to basically have accountability buddies within the Witchling community here. I need to get back on the mat. I have fallen off the mat again, and I am really mad at myself for this. John wants to improve his reading skills. I'm assuming he means tarot skills. So, maybe we start checking in with each other and say, hey, have you pulled a card today? Or have you done a 3-card reading today? Which is another thing I need to do. I want to do more of the witchy stuff for myself rather than everything I do being for you guys. And that was another thing I was doing. That was another reason I'm doing all of this, is I was hoping that by being Di the Yoga Witch and showing you guys what a witch does, that I would improve my own personal practice. Yes, accountability buddies are awesome. And then for those of us who are in the Discord server and also have a little bit of neurospice, I would love to set up a voice chat or something where we can basically body double. For those of you who don't know what body doubling is, it's a very common thing in the neurospice community, where you just have someone there with you while you're doing chores that you absolutely hate. or you just can't get started on. So for me, a big one that I love to have a body double with is cleaning the kitchen. I despise doing dishes because I don't have a dishwasher, so I have to stand there and do them myself. That's true. Laundry is another one. If I have somebody to talk to while I'm folding laundry, I'm great. Because otherwise everybody else in my house really wants to strangle me, because I will crank up music while I'm doing chores, and usually it is music that nobody but me in the house likes. And so I annoy them with my musical preferences. Yes, Mimi, exactly. That's and I want to help people make their lives better. Yes. I want to help people. I want to make life easier for people. Now, Mimi, I'm going to say something. I appreciate the more positive vibes, but let's avoid the toxic positivity. Not that you have that. Sorry, that came out completely wrong. I want positive. But I want to avoid the toxic positivity of, oh no, you're not allowed to say or do anything that isn't happy, cheerful, positive shit. I want to acknowledge the doom and gloom of real life, as well as, focusing on the positive. Because we can't enjoy the positive as much if we don't acknowledge the negative. Because it's the negative shit that makes the positive help. I think, shit. I'm not sure. But, okay, Kitty moved so I can move to phone. Open this. Oh, you want down now? Okay, hold on. There goes. Romp and frolic. Go be a kitty. Oh, there goes. I am wearing Lego pants today. Holy those would not be comfortable. I am wearing yoga pants today. Where the fuck Lego pants came from, I don't know. That's true. Y'all are looking at the dishwasher for this house. Okay, so today was make time for vacation. And today is Sunday. Saturday, Friday was relax your body. Thursday was walk. So, yep. Lego pants. I'm telling my kids that one. Apparently, I am wearing Lego pants today. The best part of that is we got my ex-husband a Lego t-shirt for Christmas a few years back. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's been like 15 years ago. Oh, my God. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Holy shit balls. So the Lego t-shirt came from, I can't even remember the website, but it basically had just a Lego base plate on it, and you could attach Legos. It was great. Manual suds only. Yep. At least we have a clothing washer. I am so glad I don't have to wash clothes on a washboard. Or get my tit caught in a wringer. Long story behind that particular phrase. Yes, 3 lefts do. Shit balls. When? Oh, Jesus, just marrying my fucking ass mother. Turn left, then turn left. So, the when possible, drive straight. My 40th birthday. Man behind the curtain had... The man behind the curtain had made these glorious plans for me to have an awesome birthday. And we're cruising around the Seattle waterfront on the Alaskan Way Viaduct before they rebuilt it. So it's this raised up roadway. And it has barriers on each side because, we're 100 or so feet above the ground. Yep, cruising along in the cruise. using the GPS, but we had driven around the block and turned around and done enough shit that my GPS says, when possible, drive straight. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think we're doing, you dumbass? We're in a freaking, essentially a tunnel here. We're driving straight. And then it dawns on me and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not straight. I can't drive straight. And then I realized he was driving, and he is the only 100% hetero person in this house. So, yep. When possible, drive straight. What the fuck do you think I'm doing, car? Do you think I'm doing donuts in the parking lot? Actually, it did. So that has been an inside joke in our household for now 8 years. It was really fun. That was a fun day. Still have the coupon that the waitress gave us for a creme brulee in my wallet, too. Oh, yeah. I'm doing stellar. I tell you what's the damn truth. I am wondering how long it is going to take for me to lose all the southernisms that have crept into my vocabulary over the last 30 years. Yep, we drive on what's left of the road ourselves, John. Thankfully, our last president did pass the infrastructure bill that has gone towards repairing roadways. Oh, did they? Oh, dear Lord. Of course they did. That figures. And apparently the current freaking administration has done everything they can to undo it. Oh, yeah. The number of times I have yelled at my phone, I know that I don't need your help yet. Because it'll be like, come out of the traffic circle at the third or the second exit and continue on such and such road for X number of miles and then turn right onto the freeway on-ramp. And I'm like, that part I know. I can drive that in my sleep because I've been driving that particular route since they put the roundabout in. Thank you very much. What's your next instruction, bitch? Or one of my favorite phrases is no shit, Sherlock. My phone gets yelled at it on a very regular basis. No shit, Sherlock. I knew that much. But hold on. I need to find the name of the app, but there is a weather app called What the Forecast. And it swears at you. That's the whole shtick of this particular app. And there is another one by the same company that gives you directions. And I'm trying to find it so I know what the damn... Yeah, because I can't remember the name of the app, and I am not being able to remember what it is. But I have used it once and once only to get somewhere because I just about died laughing as it was swearing at me. Because I set it to give me directions to where I was going, but I needed to take a side trip on the way there. And my damn phone, did you make that turn just to piss me off? And I'm like, oh, this is a good one. I've got to find that damn, what it is, though. I'm not going to find it today. Oh, wait a minute. What? No, it was safe. Yes. Trust me, I am very careful about that shit. There we go. Backseat Navigator. Backseat Navigator. And it's by Byzantine Apps. And oh my gosh, it is hilarious. Byzantine. Boo, boo, boo. Die the Yoga Witch app. I have thought about it. I just don't know what I would put in the app. But it's been a thought that we have tossed around a few times. Oh, dude. Actually what I was thinking is what I would do with the app is I would probably have my yoga classes in it. And then my blog, my yoga classes, and an AI tarot reader. Those would be the kinds of things I would do, but I'm not sure. I need to. Oh man, if I could find him and be able to chat with him for a while. I have a friend who has done apps before, and I could probably talk to him about what to do. Another vet friend. Veteran, not veterinarian. See, I wouldn't necessarily do them. I wouldn't do it as a video thing. It would just be a virtual pictures. Kind of like if you go to Labyrinth. That's true. But it would be, what I'm thinking is something similar to if you go to Llewellyn.com and do their free tarot reading. That would be what I'm thinking of. Labyrinthos has one too. That's true. Dude. We may harass you into helping us out with this, John. I'm being reminded that is your wheelhouse. I feel like I am missing doing something, and I'm just... Oh, yeah, that's why I remembered to yell them that. My fucking brain. Oh, look at that. We are over 2 hours. And that means... So I spit that out because my daddy was a veteran, as I am. And we had animals that we needed to take to the vet. And as a small child who was, neurodivergent, it took me way more years than I really want to acknowledge to realize that when we took the dog to the vet, that was not the same kind of vet that my daddy's friends at the American Legion were, because it was vets and vets. And I'm like, because nobody ever uses the whole word of either of those, at least not back in the 80s and that. So yeah, my brain, another entertaining one that I did. As I said, my dad was a member of the American Legion as I was growing up. And there is a town in Oregon named Lebanon. Okay? Lebanon is where Legion Convention was one year. And this was one of the weird years that the whole family didn't go. But at that time, there was also a political skirmish happening, or a military skirmish happening in Lebanon, the country. So when my dad disappeared for a week, I asked Mom where he was, and she said, oh, he went to Lebanon. No, she pronounced it Lebanon. Yes, it's Lebanon down in Oregon. The locals call it Lebanon. I now know this, but I remember looking at my mom and going, and just thinking, why did Daddy go to war? So yes, these are the sorts of wonderful things my brain does. That, although, similarly, how I learned that there is a Naples in Florida, I was scheduling my flight to Naples, Italy, talking with the travel agent or whoever I was talking to. And I said I needed to fly from LAX to Naples. And she's like, Florida? There's a Naples in Florida? Yeah, where are you going? Naples, Italy. Oh, international. Okay. But yeah, that's how I learned there was a Naples in Florida. Spent years as an animal trainer. I mean, teaching 16-year-olds. You are so not wrong there. There is a part of me that would rather deal with kindergartners than teenagers. But my dream, after I was convinced not to go into music therapy, I wanted to go to school and become a high school band and choir director. Or I wanted to be a middle school beginning band teacher. And the same person who talked me out of music therapy looked at me and said, "You would not survive one day as a teacher. You'd kill them all." And I'm like, you know, you're not wrong there. and I would not have been able to deal with first year beginning band students. At least at that point. I think I would be able to today, though. Yes! Yes, when hell Michigan froze over, because everybody's like, I'll do that when hell freezes over. Guess what? There are some entertaining names of towns and cities. I knew what he did. I saw the typo. It semi-registered, but I am fluent in typo, so. Duh. I am horrible. Usually when someone has a lot of typos, I'll be like, are your fingers being dyslexic? I made the mistake of saying that to someone who actually was dyslexic, and I'm like, oh shit. I meant absolutely zero offense with that. And surprisingly, she was chill about it, and she's like, no, you're not wrong, and it's actually kind of amusing. I'm like, yeah, but... Yep. I wanted to be a teacher so bad. And look where I am today. Look what I'm doing here. And her demon just got to whisper yet another wonderful thing into her ear. Yes! Anyways. I'm convinced that my incubator has her own personal demon sitting on her shoulder, telling her every time I get an accolade, I do something good, or I realize that everything she told me I couldn't do, I actually can and have found a way to do it. And that is one of them that I'm hoping gets rubbed in her face pretty consistently. I am a petty ass bitch. But hey. Yes, I am extra petty with that spaghetti. I am rambling and babbling today, and I could keep going for another hour. But we have been here for 2 hours and 22 minutes. And as much as I would love to keep babbling at you guys and rambling and telling you really off-the-wall stupid stories from my childhood, I am going to wrap this up. Take my puppers out to go potty. Yes! Take my puppers out to go potty and feed them, and then get to work on getting all of our wonderful stuff created for the coming week, and then hopefully remember to get it all scheduled and shit. That would be helpful. So, I am going to say I love you guys to bits. Let's go out there and spread love, joy, and kindness, because there is already enough darkness and hate out there in this world. Just take a look at the events of the last week if you question that. So let us please try to be beacons of hope and light and love for those who are searching for it. And then make sure your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, scales, fur, claws, and paws, or whatever, make sure that they know that you love them beyond belief, because time just moves so fast. And, well, we don't know when that last opportunity to say I love you is going to be. And if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything that we do here, my witchlings, I would really appreciate it if it would be that you always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you are here for a reason, even if you don't know what that reason is yet. It took me 45 years to find my purpose. I will see you guys very, very, very soon. I love you all so very much. Namaste, my witchlings.